All right, give me a few moments to set up. There we go. Let's see. Let me fix that. My stream just dropped? Alright, Xbox. Xbox, you're not good at this. Xbox is bad. I'm trying to do this with Xbox and it's... Oh wow, that is how you use the highest res versions. Those are huge. I mean, those are massive. Kind of. Try these out. I don't know why it won't pick this up. Oh. Channel. Oh god, I am so fucking congested. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to check it. Okay, looks good. Can I lower the quality? Yeah, so we're gonna lower that as low as we can go. Alright, there we go. I only really need to keep track of the chat. I'm doing this a different way. I'm multi-screening in a different way. I'm using my... Normally I use my PC when I do my Xbox stream, so now I'm using my Xbox when I'm doing my PC stream, because I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I can't fucking keep track of chat when when I am trying to use my tablet, which I've tried to use many times. And that's aside from the fact that my tablet isn't exactly the most stable platform. So, yeah. Volume. What other settings do I have? Nothing. Okay. Like the volume as low as possible. That going. Don't know. Ubermoshing, ja? Ja, ist good? I don't know. Oh my god. I'm working on it. Okay, Okay, I don't know. What would I do? Okay, we're gonna do a kiwi. Because, wait, we'll do, and some grapes. There we go. Tweet it. Did it! Alright. Alright, so I'm getting ready to go. I do see you guys there. I do. God damn, did it just kick me out of there again? Fuck you. Keeps kicking me out. Okay, this is gonna suck. I do have the chat going on my OBS as well, so I'm watching that. I do not have it up in the browser. Oh, this is a bloody fucking mess. And my voice is still gonna be wretched because I'm still sort of sick. I'm kind of not sick, and I kind of am. I'm still kicking everything out of me, which is like a metric ton of fucking phlegm I got to get out of my system. So unfortunately, that's going to hinder me a little bit. It's going to hinder my vocals. So bear with me here. But yes, thank you so much, Suki, for... Thanks. You sound sick as fuck. You know what, Takado? I'm going to take that in the alternative meaning that sick is cool and I sound cool as fuck. Thank you. I appreciate that. You also sound cool as fuck. You, sir, and our person of whatever you want to be, are amazing. And you should know that. And don't do stupid shit, because I will find you and I will whoop your ass personally. I'm not going to tell you what my day was like, but it was more interesting than it needed to be. I don't know how I end up with this shit happening before I get days off, but it always fucking happens. Life just... I just start my day and I'm just like, come at me, life! Come at me, bro! And life's like, oh, you're not even ready for this. You don't even know. You don't even know what I got ready for you. And I don't. Yeah, I learned all the stupid shit from you. This is true, probably. I'm a horrible influence. I am something of a man-child, undoubtedly. So, this is going to be one stream I'm going to do, and I'm going to do another one. This is going to be very hectic for me. Not so much for you guys. You guys just have to watch me go through hell. But it's going to be incredibly hectic for me. So bear with me, because I'm going to try to do 2 games. And in the past when I've done this has been a hellish mistake. So... yeah, we're all just fucking lemons, I guess. So I've advertised the stream as much as I'm willing to. It's in the Discord. It's on the Twitter. I also put the dev up as a shout out to the dev, who is probably still, let me double check, probably still streaming the game right now. Let's see if I can get this fucking to work. Is he still there? He is still there. So here's the thing. You go and you can do 2 things here. You can watch me play the game. I'm playing it for the first time. This is not my first experience with an Ubermosh game. It is, however, my first experience with this version of the game, and I haven't played any of the versions in between because I'm a slacker. And when people iterate on their games, I tend to hold off and see where they're going rather than try each iteration, because I read reviews on some of the iterations and they seemed to get stuck on certain versions of the game and they didn't want it to change. Sounds a lot like us with Space Lords, honestly. So I didn't want to get stuck into that rut, I guess you could say. But I am interested to see from where I played the game originally, the original Ubermosh, the very first one, which I of course purchased a long time ago, to the new Ubermosh Omega, which is the 8th or 9th. I'm not really sure. I think it's the 8th. I want to say it's the 8th. Some of them he numbers and then some of them he doesn't. He like alternates between numbers and titles, but he'll always tell you in the description what number of the game it is in the iterations, and this is how he designs his games. He's very vocal, like I said. So the other thing you do besides watch me is you can go to the link on my Twitter, on the tweet, and you can communicate with the developer right now. Right now. That's right, right now. Well, you're going to see it. You're going to hear about it, and you're going to see it. And I'm giving you an opportunity, Staccato, to go
watch me play the game, and then watch the developer play the game at the same time or alternating, however you want to do it, and even ask them questions live. The game just came out, so I informed the developer that I was going to do this. I love that they're as vocal as they are, and they're communicating, and they're really trying. They have limited their channels of communication, so they don't use Twitter. They're pretty much staying on Steam, so they've concentrated their feedback to Steam. So please understand that they don't have all these social channels that many of us do use and maybe abuse because they want to focus, and they do work on game design a lot, and they're a very interesting person to listen and talk to. If you guys like hearing about game design and have any interest in this will be a very, very interesting stream for you, because you can bounce between myself, I do have some experience with game design, and this other individual who has more experience with game design. And you could use that to sort of, fashion yourself some kind of game design shank that you could shank people with. So there you go. That's my analogy. Deal with it. I am looking forward to trying this. It's very basic, and in that way, it's going to be very easy for me to play. I don't even think you have to unlock the characters. I'm not really sure. I started it up just to test it out. I didn't think so. I'm not going to be able to bounce back and forth between things, which is why I'm trying to use the Xbox chat. The Xbox chat is going to, or the video is going to glitch out on me because it already has. It keeps kicking me out of the stream. Because I guess it doesn't like you watching your own stream. I don't know. So bear with me. I might even pause the stream and just follow the chat. I don't know how I'm going to do this. So again, bear with me, because this is the first time I've done this way, and it's the first time I've really gotten on something as soon as it came out. Like it is like hot off the presses. This version of Ubermosh just came out. All the other iterations have been out for a bit longer. The original Ubermosh came out, I want to say 3 years ago, maybe three years ago. So maybe 3 years ago, the original iteration. So now we're here, 2019, November, and we're on this version, Omega. And the game has gone through several design changes. And the cool thing is unlike Space Lords, if you happen to like one of the old iterations, it still exists. Like, let's say I wanted to play an older version of Space Lords. I can't do that. You can understand why that's not possible, right? I can't go and play an older version of Space Lords. You have no idea how much I want to do that all the time. You can't do that. They have not iterated in that fashion. They're simply changing the game. But you can, however, do that with Ubermosh, because there are so many different versions of the game for you to mess around with, and they're all relatively cheap, like $1 or $2. Maybe not even that. I don't even know if he made them all free or whatever, because I didn't do too much research into that. But either way, they're not very much. The recent game was I think $5. $5, and if you bought the existing versions, you might have gotten a coupon. Some people got it for free. I got it half off, so it was like $2.50 for me. It's nothing. That's not a lot of money. So I'm hoping this can go viral for him and he can make some good money, because the cost of the game is extremely low. This would be what I would consider a great cool-down game, as some people describe certain games that are very simplistic and maybe not nearly as stressful because they don't have as much going on. Though that doesn't make the game bad, it just makes the game very straightforward. And so that's how I'm gonna kind of highlight the game. This is a game you may very well likely see me play in the future as a cool down game for something like Space Lords, or even something I might play before another thing that I expect to stress me out, just so I can go into it with a cleaner mental state, I guess you could say, having fun right away. But we'll see about that. Yeah, the chat seems to be working. I don't know what's up with my stream itself. Doesn't seem to want to show me anything that's not a game, I guess. Yeah, I can see the chat, but I can't see the video, so that's not good. So without further ado, because I do like to drone on, and I've been droning on for a good 15 minutes before I lose everybody here, because there's still quite a few of you here. Is that those actual people? I don't know. And feel free to talk in the chat. I appreciate it. I won't be able to respond because the game is very fast-paced. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using mouse or keyboard or gamepad. It has a gamepad interface, but the menu system seems to be mouse and not use the gamepad at all. So that kind of confuses me. And if I have any immediate feedback for the developer, I would say maybe make the controller work in the menus as well. Like do a quick check. Do they have a controller plugged in? If yes, maybe override or augment the menu controls to use the gamepad already. Talking is hard, so I might be typing. Alright, that's fine. But I appreciate you guys talking while I'm streaming, is what I'm saying. And if you see anything worthwhile clipping, by all means, but there will be a VOD of this. I'm not doing anything that I think is going to get flagged. But here's the thing. As far as I know, everything in this game is 100% created by the individual. Walter Mercado. So that means music, graphics, design, programming, all of it. 100%. So I don't know how that translates to copyright stuff, since I don't think the music will get flagged since it's game music, but I don't know. I never know what they're gonna fucking do. And the funny thing is I couldn't use this game as a category because it doesn't exist yet. Yes, yeah, he is a very true homebrew developer. And don't be alarmed if you go to watch him stream right now. He might not have a shirt on. I don't know if that's going to make anybody pop over to him faster or not. But yeah, he didn't have a shirt on when I was watching. He's like he's naked from the waist up, at least. I don't know. You can't really see much, but you could tell that he's not wearing a shirt. So I joked at him about that a little bit. You know, funding and all that. Can't even afford a shirt. All right, sorry, I had to hack up some phlegm. I know you guys really want to hear that, but I'd rather you not. I mean, it's such a small investment financially. I don't imagine why every single one of you guys couldn't pick it up and still be fine. Like it's less than a fucking like pack of gum these days. Like a pack of gum is like fucking $2 and change anyways. I mean, well, not that cheap, but it's relatively cheap. I think the last version actually was going for $10, and that might have been one of the reasons why I took some pause on it, and it went on my wish list, I'm pretty sure, but maybe not. It might have been something I was going to come back to, because on the other game that I do own, the original version, I already knew that the other versions had come out because Steam informs you about that through the news feed on the game. So I was aware of it. But yeah, so this, like I said, this literally just came out. This is the release window, I guess you can say. And just to reiterate, the developer of the game, through the link I provided you, which I will, of course, provide you in here. I guess I'll provide it in here too. I'm being kind of silly about not popping in here as well. So here, let me get this in here. So there you go. That's some kind of gibberish link, I guess. So there you go. If you follow that link, you could also watch them stream the game themselves. And you can ask them all kinds of questions. I can't make this any better for you. I'm giving you a frontline seat to the developer as the game is coming out. You can bombard them with all sorts of questions. As far as I know, they speak English and Spanish. I don't know about any other languages that they're fluent in. I vaguely caught them saying that they know English and Spanish. So any other languages, not so much. So be aware of that, please. Anyways, so I'm ultimately going to delay myself even more and more. Let's get this going. Okay, real quick, music on, music off. Music off might be better when I'm trying to talk. The music in this game is loud. These are your character classes that you start with. I believe in some of the older versions of the game, you did. Let me see if that might stream. Alright, oh, that's better. I am going to turn the music back on. The music in this game is created by the developer, of course. So these are the characters you can play as. They all have different quirks to them. There's this. The scaling on the text, for some reason, seems a little bit off. It looks like it needs to be smaller, or I don't know. It literally just came out, so I know he's going to do updates from his own omission based on feedback. So of course, one of my immediate feedbacks is I can't use my controller right now. I have an Xbox controller plugged in. I can't use it. I have to use the mouse instead. I would prefer to start using the controller as soon as the game fires up. That's a personal preference. But yeah, so there's Aya Wook T7Q. Check this out. I'm represented in my own way, I guess. Core and Reese. These are the characters that you have, and then there's two versions of them, I suppose. So there's what is that? A black version, which is, I think, the more hardcore version, maybe. And the tankier version. So I think the tankier version is on top, and the bottom one is the she looks nothing. She looks exactly like me. What do you know what I look like? That's totally me. Did the game just make a sound? Where did that sound come from? I could swear I heard a sound from, like, the game or something. Is that my imagination? I'm probably just imagining things. I'm just losing my mind slowly. Let me see what happens when I Alt-Tab out. Because I'm going to need to do that at some point. Game's still streaming. Good. Okay, so I wasn't sure how this game functioned. Some games, when they're windowed, do pause. It should be laughing at me. I'm a damn fool. They do pause when I Alt-Tab out, so I'm glad this didn't. All right. So I guess start with Q. Yeah. So this text, this needs to be scaled. I'm just gonna guesstimate like 20%. Like all of this needs to be scaled. These need to be shrunk, probably somewhere in the range of 20%, and then all of this text will fit more properly because it's all overlaying into itself. Oh, well, I thought that said black, but I don't actually know what that says because I can't read it. I can read extra respawn, but these are the only words I can read. So I'll start off with, let's see if I, oh, okay, so that's okay, controller does not work, and I'm dead. I grabbed my, I grabbed my Xbox controller. I'm just kidding. Maybe it does work. Okay, so there's the top, the bottom, and then the middle. Oh, okay, so there's 3 versions of every character. That was me dying because I couldn't control my character. So, alright, here we go. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Let me put the music back on. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to have the music back on. Alright, here we go. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. So I got like a predator thing that's tracking me like satellites. Oh my god. I am dying so fast. What is this? Oh, this is a different character, I think. Who apparently has some kind of... So, Ubermoshing, I guess, is the whole idea of, what character was that? Was that this version? Oh! Oh! Oh, you rotate this! Extra respawn, buckler, late shield, auto, extra respawn. Shredder, celerity. Okay, so maybe that solves the text problem. It might be... Oh my god. Okay, so you can only get hit once, by the way. Oh, I did so much better. I've been doing awful. Oh, no, I was playing as Wook. Wait, what? Am I randomly playing as other characters? So that might have been... Is that Wook? Okay, so Wook is the one with the satellites. Okay, and celerity is the one, or sorry, Q is the one with that. Or yeah. Very fast paced, very low res as far as like the graphics go, but that's fine. It's all pixel art-ish. Jesus! So yeah, this is a great game to just throw up and play. You can probably run this in the background while you're running something else because it's probably optimized well enough that you could bounce back and forth. Fuck, you could be queuing up for Space Lords and have this running and then bounce. Let's try to get past the first level. There's no first. It's a arena shooter, Takado. So you basically just survive as long as you can until you die. But we'll try Reese. Lost a life. Oh, I do. I can take 5 hits. Okay, so those green triangles you could probably barely make out. Next to my score are my lives. That's how many times I've been hit. Oh, I have a. That's my melee weapon. Okay. Oh. Well, I did really good with that one. I got a C minus. Oh no. Okay. Okay, so let me get rid of these extra respawns. Shredder. Bone Blade. A Bone Blade. Ah! That's the Bone Blade. Oh, bigger sword. Oh yeah. Alright, so meleeing these projectiles reflects them back. Not those ones. I can't reflect those ones. Oh. You can see you have to react pretty fast to the different enemy types. There are actually different enemy types, believe it or not. Oh my god. I can only hit one more time. Okay. I like the Boom Blade. Buckler. Oh! Oh, I get a shield. Oh, yeah, baby. Hack and slash mode. Ah! Oh, this is so frenetic. I gotta watch out for those circular ones because I can't reflect those. Yeah, those hit me no matter what. Alright, so I auto reflect stuff from the front. I can't reflect those. Doing better! This is. Ow! Which character? I'll try all the different characters. Okay, so we'll see them all. Let me default them though. Extra respawn, and then I'll mess with the different stuff so we can see what these different things do. Okay, extra respawn. These are all the default builds, as it were. Now I believe in old games you had to unlock these extra stuff by playing the game, and I think he just decided to do away with that and just give you everything like right away. So there's no progression system in this game. This game is immediate gratification in that way. How you feel about that is up to you. If you would prefer to unlock stuff, there are some older versions of the game that did have something of a progression system. But I'm gonna have to support his decision to do away with it because You know how I feel about progression systems. I basically feel like they don't even need to exist. It's a justification for grinding. And if you're really having fun, you don't need to grind. You'll play the game anyways because it's fun. That's what arcade games like this do really well. They make you want to replay them because they're fun. So let's check out Core. Whoa. He has got guns, like, coming out of guns. Holy shit. Oh, but I can't melee at all. Alright, so he's pure guns. Holy fuck. Oh my god. My controller is vibrating like fucking crazy, so I can't get rid of any of the bullets. I can shoot the bullets with my red bullets. My red bullets can kill. I don't know if you can see that, but my red bullets can get rid of the other bullets that are getting shot at. That guy has a shield. Got rid of him. That's a shield and enemies. He's doing pretty good with him because he just sprays bullets everywhere. Oh my god. This is insanity. That's the best I've done so far. Alright. So we know it reads Core Q CT7. Ah, tentacle whips! Ah, and they're auto. Crazy tentacle whips! Mind you, I never saw any of these other characters because there weren't these many characters in the original version of Ubermoshing. So you'll have to forgive my surprise because I'm not playing all the versions before this. So if I do the left trigger, I do my melee attacks. They're more focused. If I do the right trigger, the auto fire is a little bit more focused, so it's more guns, if I'm correct. So it's like guns versus melee. Guns is right trigger, and melee is left trigger. Melee typically, we'll go back to, let's go all the way down to Aya. Melee typically does either reflect or destroy projectiles, with the exception of those circular disc shots that come at you. Those you just have to dodge, and they're pretty large, so they do actively make you look as... Oh, he gets an electric arc thing on the left trigger. Oh my god, he's hard. Oh my god, Wook is hard. And I don't mean like high hard, I mean like he is actually pretty hard. Because he doesn't seem to be able, much like Core, he doesn't seem to be able to counter the bullets easily. But there's probably a way around that. He can get the buckler. So I could just go like that, and he gets the buckler. We see what the buckler does already. Try Aya. Oh, she only gets a sword. Oh, shit! There you go. There you go. And I think she's the original character from the first game. Oh, no, she doesn't just get a sword, but... Oh, my God! She is so focused. So I hope y'all are enjoying this. Throw out a random emo. You guys know I am able to respond on... Oh, what am I using? So I think if I just press the A button, I think it just randomly picks a character for me. Tentacle whips! Or whatever this is, I don't know! I'm pretty much just going to play this until I get severely bored with it. Hopefully we'll have gone through everything before that. If you see anything that you're particularly interested in, want me to focus on, let me know. I'm winging the shit out of this. I mean, really, I'm just trying to get better scores. I am doing much better. This is a good character. I mean, I guess I do quite well when you give me tentacles. Go figure. I mean, I was doing quite well with sea salt and my Cthulhu monsters. I mean, it's probably very telling. Oh shit! Because my score went up. Now I get crazy shots. What? Oh! What happened? What did I do? Did I extract by doing that? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I got an A minus. Holy shit. Alright. So let me press A again. Oh, actually, I probably died. I don't know how to just back out. Like, I guess you just let yourself die. Okay, so I don't know why it's on pin, I think. Seems to be on T7. Is that T7? No. What was that? That was 4? I think that was 4. No, that wasn't 4. That was Wolf. It might default to Wolf. Wow. 4 is fucking nuts. So red shots seem to be like melee and that they can destroy other bullets. My controller is shaking so much. It's so good that this is not, Let me, upres it on my, Xbox so I can actually see stuff a bit. A minus is a big stretch. Shut up! I'm trying my best, man. Okay, I'm trying to figure out why it's auto-picking Wook. I think it's auto-picking Wook. Yeah, it is. Well, that time I picked him specifically, but it looks like it's auto-picking. Alright, so if you leave this area, you auto-extract. Left combat. So that's part of the mechanics as well. And as far as like setup goes, this is it. I have screen shake on reduced because this is normal, and we'll put dark blood on. Let's see what that looks like. Alright, so this is normal screen shake. Oh, this is going to be bad. Yeah, it defaults to look. I lowered the screen shake because I was a little bit worried I was going to make the motion sick. So you'll notice you're not in a square arena. You're in a triangle, or a pyramid, I should sort of. Well, a triangle. Oh my god! You can do it, Wook! Do it! you can move so far away from that line, but you can't move too low. And you'd think with how many bullets I'm spewing out, like, there's no way I could possibly die. But there are shielded enemies. Zuma! Zuma, what have you done? Why are you putting shields on these enemies? So Suma was here, clearly. She is sparing them the pain. And she puts some shields on some of these enemies. And so they don't die no matter how much you spray them right away. You have to really focus them. And those seem to be the ones that are spitting out those circular shots that I can't counter. So not only can I not get rid of them, but they're actively forcing me to dodge. Because I can't just bullet hose them. Alright, so as far as I can tell, it's always going to be Wook if I just press the A button. I wonder what that is. Let's see if there's other buttons. And two other. B-button seems to do some really interesting things. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out, okay, what if I press the B button? Oh, okay, then it's this character. Huh. So different buttons are different characters if you're using the controller. Wow, this is so jumped in. This is... Which one is this? This is Root or something like that? This has got to be my favorite character. As far as like characters I can just do well with because they're just fucking crazy with their tentacle stuff. They're basically like a shotgunner in a way because of the spread in front of them. But they don't do anything behind them hardly. Now that I'm doing better, I'm shooting more, I guess, but yeah, sorry, T7. That's T7. It's not. What I call them Moot? I called them Moot. Okay, so that's B. What does Y do? Y does that. What did I just do? Okay. Apparently, Y quits the game. So, I need to not do that. Alright, so we got A, B, X. X is the... She doesn't get a gun right away, I guess. Now she does. She has to earn her gun. Okay, so X is Aya, A is Wook, B is T7, Y exits the game. Why does Y exit the game? There's no telling that it does that. Okay, so controls, more feedback. This is direct feedback. Okay, well yeah, but at least it's on the computer, so if I exit out of the game, I'm still streaming. All these controls that are working for the buttons, these need to be like right in here. Like these need to be listed. These need to be listed. It's very important that I know what buttons do what. Alright, so let me try other buttons. Alright, so this is the character with the blade. That is the left bumper. This is like the electro strobe light character. I don't do too particularly well with this character. So I don't know which one that is. I think that's Reese? No. That's Reese. Okay. So this one is his character, okay. I actually kind of like that you don't need to press a button. You could just walk. That is much fun if I know what all the buttons do. It's nice to know. There could be like a button in here that just says controls that I can press and have a screen overlay or something. Come on, that's a reasonable request, right? Because I don't remember the controls, so I have absolutely no idea what anything does. I'm literally just pressing buttons and controls and seeing what happens. Okay, left trigger. Left trigger is... Left trigger is Reese. Whoa. Okay, so... Alright, sorry. Right trigger. Right trigger. Sorry. Right bumper is core. So it must have been Q. Okay, that must have been Q then. And what was... Left trigger doesn't do anything. Right trigger is Q. So this is actually Q. She's the one with the crazy harp sword. This thing is wacky. And she's just... And do you like how the head moves? Like she's actually like bobbing her head to the music and stuff? I don't know how synced up any of these animations are. But probably more than I realized. I like the colorblind mode better because things are more purpley and less red. Thank God for that. Okay. So let's alright, so what you're here, Takado, you are interacting. What character, what stuff do you want to see? We got... I think I can remember what buttons go to what character, but I can always jump back in. So first tell me the character. Out of these 6, these are my choices. These are your choices. You can just also say 1 through 6, and then we'll go from there. And anything that the sword girl. I think you mean Reese. She's not actually the sword girl, but this is the one. This is... Oh, you're talking about Aya? Dude, there's so many of them that use the sword. You're going to have to be more specific than that. She uses a sword. It's a tiny sword. She uses some kind of a harp sword. She uses... it's not built in. Because this is her default. She actually gets this weird staff instead. That's what she actually has. She has this bow staff. Teeny tiny. The one all the way to the right. Okay, so that's Reese. And it sounds like you want her to use celerity? Wait, no. That's wrong here. That's, wrong one. There we go. I don't know what celerity does. Again, if these had like little tooltips and actually you knew what these did, it would be kind of cool. Even if you had to like unlock it. Oh god, the timing on that is... Okay, gotta dodge those. Have to dodge those. So my worst character is Aya. Indefinitely. Okay, so that's not the sword you liked. I want to say it's the Shredder. No, it's the Bone Blade. I don't know what the Shredder is. Let's see what the Shredder is. I think the top one is... Oh, I get that, those those things. I only got hit once. Well, it's incredibly easy to get hit and not realize you've been hit. Okay, so not the shredder, not celerity. Let's see what the autogun does. Oh, that's the gun from oh god, the screen is shaking a lot. If the screenshot is bothering anybody, please let me know, and I'll tone it down. But I thought I'd try it out on the normal just so. Screen's fine. This is what you want. You want the bone blade, I believe. That is hard to use. Okay, yeah. I'll just try using the blade. I got hit. What? Alright, so let me try his mouse and keyboard because this is a fairly straightforward game. I do not like digital controls. I'm very frank about that. But some people definitely prefer. Yeah, it's rough for me. Some people definitely, absolutely prefer the mouse and keyboard, which is obviously an option. Alright, so she's got the Warlock rifle. Try that out. That's her default melee. So you can't have the Warlock rifle and the big sword at the same time. You can have one or the other. Big guns or big melee. You're basically creating some kind of a remix. I'm getting hit so much though. So one of the suggestions I gave the developer while I was still watching him stream was that, okay, so you're in this, we'll use, what is Q? Q is left bumper? I like Q. Your weapon is so cool looking. I love her like light strobe lasers of death that come out both sides. That's so cool. Let's mess with her a little bit. So she gets a buckler. I don't know what late shield means. Let's find out what that is. Shredder, celerity. These are just different types of... Okay, I'm pretty much pure melee right now because of what I picked. It is for me, but I don't know about someone else. So one of my favorite arena shooters is called Crimson Land. I don't know if the dev of this ever played that, but that is by far one of my favorite shooters. And I did indeed play it with a mouse and keyboard, and I was fine. Now, mind you, this was back in the day when I was much more comfortable with mouse and keyboard than I am now in my aged state, where using a mouse and keyboard is very awkward and uncomfortable for me. Because my wrists and the fingers cramp up. Because it's too stiff for me. I don't like it. I like having my hands in a more neutral position, which is what controllers do. Controllers actually naturally put your hands in a more neutral position. As you get older, what happens is your hands naturally tighten up into not really a fist, but like to have your hands straight out with your fingers fully extended gets harder and harder to do, and you have to actually stretch your hands out to do that. It's kind of in the same way as you just get generally less limber. Because I guess as we get older, we just kind of curl into ourselves like a dead spider. So that's fine on a controller because your hands naturally conform to the controller being that way. Keyboard, not so much. Try typing with curled up hands, it's not going to work too well. Your fingers are all over the place. So that could be part of it. I mean, it could be a very real just age thing, but... So let me get with a celerity. Shredder instead. I still don't know what this late shield is. Okay, so late shield is that, I guess. Oh man. You have to aim those beams that come out of her, those lasers. So yes, for me, for someone else, maybe not so much. But you have both, and either way, you have two ways to play. You can play with the controller, and it's fully supported as far as I can tell. Or you can play with the mouse and keyboard. It's up to you. Unfortunately, the controls are not listed within the game for either of them, so you're going to have to figure it out as you play. Is that a huge problem? No, because this game is so pick up and play. You'll figure it out very fast. So the late shield is those purple dots, I guess. I'm almost dead. I'm dead. I'm watching this on my Xbox and it just looks fucking insane. It just looks fucking insane. Like, I'm watching myself, like, 15 seconds ago or something. Alright, how long have I been live? 1 hour. So, yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to stream this for. I'm going to mess with it a bit. This will be, of course, going up on YouTube. As you might expect. It's going to go on my Let's Plays. And you will, of course, likely see this game coming up because I'm having a lot of fun with it. And it's got so many variables to mess with. Let's take the shredder out. What's celerity? Buckler. I'm trying to remember it's that one. My buckler. This should be easier for me because buckler makes everything easier. I can only take 4 hits though. Those guys who shoot those discs are getting me every time. Shit, I just lost a life right there. I feel like there needs to be more feedback on when you lose, or like if you take a hit. There's like almost no feedback on that. And so it's very easy to not notice that you've been hit. And especially on your final hit, there probably needs to be a little bit of emphasis on that because it just does that. It's a little bit too fluid. There needs to be this little bit of a jarring moment that shakes you a little bit. Maybe make your controller vibrate more. I don't know, but it's real easy to not notice you've been hit. I'm actually going to switch off to IS because she is the original character. I cannot get a really good score with her, so T7 is my best one by far. Okay, so she can get the bone blade, warm-up shield. Alright, there's the giant sword. Are you happy? She's got her bone shield. Or bone sword, sorry, bone sword. Just for you, Takato. Oh man, I suck with her so bad. Okay. She is so hard. I'm pretty sure she's the original character, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I know she was in the original game, I'm pretty sure, because I remember a character that just used the sword as a playstyle. But this obviously has way more to it. So you can't even use guns right away with her. She kind of has to earn her gun after a certain amount of time it unlocks. Oh my god. She's by far the hardest character. Like, easily. Easily, she's the hardest character. She requires a tremendous amount of focus. Alright, so we got warm-up shield, bone blade, warlock rifle. So I'm starting with the gun. again, you can't get the Warlock gun, and you can't get the Warlock gun and use the Bone Blade. You can use one or either. You can make the melee more powerful and have more range, or you can make your gun more powerful. Extra respawn just gives you more lives. Though you're not really respawning, you're just taking a hit. So they're actually more like, this should almost be hit points. Because it is not a respawn. You're not respawning in. This is kind of confusing and kind of misleading. Alright, what do I gotta get to? I gotta at least get up to 1,000 with her. Let me try slowly. And the Bone Blade. So it looks like they all get the Bone Blade. No, not all of them. Okay, he doesn't get the Bone Blade. Oh man, as soon as I start shooting, I die. Never stop swinging this hard, ever! So faster! Her default sword actually is faster. Let me... Warlock rifle. Shield. God, the hit range on that sword attack is so tight. Oh my god! I don't think I'm ever going to do well with her. But she's the hardcore for sure. That's my humble opinion, but she is the hardcore version. So when I just like electrocute everything, that's my shield, apparently. That is some kind of a shield. Fuck. Trying to attack that guy with the fucking shield is... To break that shield is not easy. I don't... No, you might have to attack them in a certain way. That might be... The shield might be color-coded to either melee or guns? I don't know. Maybe even reflective shots. Oh no, oh, it goes away after a time. Oh, it goes away. You don't break the shield. The shield just goes away on its own. Okay. So you just have to dodge them until their shield goes away. Okay, got it. I thought I was breaking their shield. I'm delusional! I'm not breaking their shield, it's breaking on its own. Oh, that's what the warm-up shield is. The warm-up shield is I get a shield too. Okay. Ooh, okay. God, I suck. Back into it. You see how fast I can just jump right back in? Oh, perfect. Can you imagine if we could do this in Space Lords? Like, we could just fucking jump in and play the fucking game? How glorious would that be? Like, just imagine that. Because one of the big problems Space Lords has is just getting into a fucking match. Even when, everything is in your favor. It still takes too much time. Like, people have, kind of made fun of the fact that you spend more time in loading screens and shit like that than you do in anything else. That's something they need to work on. Like, that's definitely something they need to work on. Let me do... Tor? was not good. I did better last time. I'm probably getting worse. I could probably give him a buckler. Boy, he's just crazy auto guns all over the place. You gotta move constantly with him though, because you can't, you're not taking out as many shots as you are with quality of the character. So you're getting a lot more bullets coming at you at once. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it! Do I have a shield that every once in a while pulses? Oh, yeah. What did I do? Did I unlock something? Whoa, my shots have changed. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, shit. B! Wait. Oh, he's still not my best score. My best score is, yeah, T7. Damn it. Hope you guys are enjoying the music too. I have no idea how my audio levels are. Alright, so let's Warlock probably get a buckler. The buckler would be good for him. Well, I have no idea. Ah. Dude, the pace of this game is just insane. This is definitely bullet hell. That's warm-up shield. Let's do the next one. Celerity. I want some of these. Did celerity make me move faster? Holy shit, because I feel like I'm moving way faster. Maybe that is what celerity is. Celerity is faster movement speed? Like ninja speed? Okay. That one. Oh, that was a shot. Alright. Oh yeah, so Celerity and Buckler seem to be a decent combo for me. Let me turn Celerity off if I slow it. Oh yeah. Yeah, Celerity is definitely speed. Because like, watch when I put it back on, how much faster I go. Thank you very much to the dev for the colorblind mode. That actually helped me out a lot. The colors don't hurt my eyes as much. It's not even about being colorblind so much as it just doesn't hurt my eyes as much, which means I can play for longer and my eyes aren't affected. I actually love bullet hell games, but sometimes I can't play them for very long because they give me a headache for obvious reasons. One of the things about bullet hell games is you have to learn how to focus and separate like teeny tiny elements from one another. Shit. I fucked up. Funny the Q she probably is my favorite. Bullet, you got celerity and buckler, late shield. Yeah, I like the speed. I do like the speed. I gotta admit that. No. Well, at least T7 is probably the most fun to play because of the crazy tentacle whips. I mean, it's basically a whip, I guess. Whatever, an energy whip. The graphics in this game are so simplistic, but they work. Because it's all happening so fucking fast. God damn it. As soon as I start to try to focus, I mess up immediately. Okay, so Q is this. He's right bumper, or left bumper. Do I look like I'm getting better at the game? I hope I am. I don't know. Oh shit. I'm pretty much done though. Yeah, I'm done. Wow. I wasn't getting enough kills, not even close. I love her sword though. It's badass. Damn it, this is so hard. She is the second hardest character to play. Whoop and Core, like any of the characters that focus more on guns, are a little, well, they're a lot easier. Because the melee side of things is definitely tricky. It requires a lot more timing. So it's not just directional presses, because the bullets seem to have infinite range. It's also the, it's the range, it's the timing. And melee is just, like, that's why Aya is so fucking hard. Like, she is not easy. Like, she almost needs the Warlock gun just to kind of be competitive with the other characters. But she's the one I want to do the best with the most because... Alright, so you want to go for the big swarms or the big... I guess it's your option. Big swarms are... Oh, fuck. Big swarms or enemies that are worth a lot of points. Ah! God. I'm trying to figure out what makes you do that pulse. Alright, so this is me not pressing any of the triggers. This is just the auto-firing. So I'm kind of just... That's really hard. It's really hard not to use the triggers. think I have to do so many points or whatever, like so many shots. And she is, I don't think she gets the buckler. She gets the ball. Oh, she does. She does get the buckler. Warm up shield, auto gun. I'm going to give her celerity. I'm going to give her the speed. Now that I understand what everything does. Okay. Celerity is speed. That I understand now. Auto gun, pretty easy to figure out. I still don't get what... I get what warm up shield is. But what is... Shredder? What is that? Is that just you shoot more? I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm gonna elect Aya as the hardcore. Jesus Christ. Alright, so this is my warm-up game, just so you know. My warm-up stream as well. So I won't be playing this indefinitely forever, but I wanted to showcase it. I didn't see any reason why not to. Strike while the iron is hot and all that good stuff. I hope I showed off enough stuff. The Warlock Rifle is a more powerful gun. The Bone Blade is a more powerful sword. Gun-focused characters like Wook and Core do not, and also they seem to get something else. So these are your melee characters, more melee-oriented characters. These are your gun-oriented characters. 3 and 3. And I believe originally how it worked is they were, like, these characters were variants of each other, and the same thing with T7 Working Core. They're kind of variations on one another. They're branching off. That's what I think is originally how it all worked. Yeah, H shield, more likely. God, celerity is awesome. I wonder if that makes them faster as well. Just running into stuff. Gotta make sure I'm blocking these shots properly, because I don't have melee. Oh, that's my... I get backward shots. Oh, maybe. Trying to figure out what the triggers do for him. Let's go. with her, but I know it's not gonna happen. Oh no. But yeah, great cooldown game, even though it's very intense. I'm not stressed out at all. Having a lot of fun with it. Very simple, great replay value. Very fun, good music. Aside from the variants within the game itself, there's also variants on the game itself has variations. If you want to go all the way back to the original version, I think there's usually a bundle where you can get all of the developers' games at once for a reduced price. So you might do that, so you can play all the variations of the games and try out the different ones. And maybe the newest one isn't your favorite. Maybe it's one of the other ones. But it's kind of cool having all these remixes that he's done over time, making these adjustments. Because different people are probably going to like different variations of the game itself, as well as different play styles, I guess you could say. I'm gonna go a little bit longer. I'll try to cut this at 2 hours, but I can't promise anything. Let me try Reese again. She gets this the bow staff, which is omnidirectional but also very short range. Or you can give her the God, this is such a great example of reactive gameplay. Like, the gameplay is forcing you to do stuff, and I feel like it actually reacts to you as well. And the enemies aren't just straight up swarming me. They're actually moving around and firing. So, like, I have to, like, bob and weave as well. So there's definitely a real dance here. I'm not... A lot of arena shooters fall into this real, like, Zerg mentality where enemies just simply swarm you in a straight line towards a spawn point. And it's very boring. When I made my own arena shooter way back in the day, I actually did something a little bit similar to this, where I actually made the enemies dance around a bit, because I didn't want them to directly come at you. I wanted them to sort of mosey over to you in a very almost discreet manner, so you would very gradually get overwhelmed, and it would be very hard for you to pin down their movements that way. And it sort of flowed. It had an actual flow to it, which I was relatively happy with. One of these days I'll show you guys that game. It's called Quibbles. It was a derpy little title I made way, way long ago. Using like Games Factory, so one of the click things. And I tried upgrading it a few times, but it actually broke it when I upgraded it to Multimedia Fusion from Games Factory, unfortunately. It sucks, but them's the facts of life. Same reason. She's a good hybrid of guns, and I do like how the sound effects, I was actually talking to Jeff, but I had the volume down too low, about having the sound effects mesh with the music, and it really does. Like, it definitely becomes a dynamic part of the soundscape. So again, you're not unlocking anything. This is all instant gratification. You are definitely. Oh, you only have 60 seconds, anyways. No, 90 seconds. Oh, maybe that's how I lost before. I just. Try to last through the entire time. So maybe that's why I was dying, but I wasn't dying. I was actually just running out of time, which you automatically do if you survive. If I can actually just survive, make that a goal. Pause. Ah! Now that I'm actually focusing on surviving, it's feeling like almost like a whole different game to me. Already much harder. Just trying to survive is much harder. So yeah, she's my second best character aside from Tentacles T7. I love the hype. I'm going to say this and then I'm not going to say it again. But I love the vibrations on my controller when I'm playing this character. It's a very nice vibration. Good vibration. Trying to survive again. I can't really figure out a way to, like, really push the game in an exploitive way where I have a definite advantage. Like, I feel like I'm pressured the entire time, which is nice. You don't have to wait for this game to really ramp up that much. It ramps up nicely on its own. Ooh, 20 more seconds. Can I do it? I really want to get a fucking A. Eight more seconds. 8 more seconds, but I can only take one more hit. 4 more seconds. Ah! Yes! A ranked. There you go. I finally nailed an A rank. Of course I did with D7 because that is a 7, right? I think that's a 7. I'll show you what the Dark Blood off is looking like. We'll do T7 again. So the blood is red. It's a bright red. That gets to be really glaring after a while because these colors are actually kind of garish. I don't like the way this looks visually, honestly. Alright, so this is what that looks like. And then look at it with the color blind on. Let me turn that screen shake down. Same character. Just by making the blood darker, it just looks so much better. And it's shades of purple, which I really like. You got yellow in there too. But see, doesn't this look better visually? It's not nearly as garish. I feel like this should just be the default mode. And like, he should offer, like, rather than colorblind mode specifically, like, different color palettes, maybe. Like, just go nuts. Do, I again. Oh, I got the bouncer in the back! So hard. Okay, so let me get rid of. Try the buckler. This is more of a shooter version, I heard. Now it's more of a directional thing, as long as I... Getting close to my best score. I want to at least upgrade her to a C. Auto gun didn't really help. I'll just give her an extra life. Very simple. Very basic, bitch. Damn it! Why is she gotta be so hard? I'm glad she's walking me. Glad she's in the game though. No. Let's try that. I can get the gun right away. I have to wait for the gun to like warm up. Now I get the gun. I want to say the gun gets better the more ricochets I get. Yes, yes it does. It eventually upgrades to the warlock gun. Oh god. So ricocheting is super important. Builds my gun, levels it up. Oh yeah. Oh, baby, yes. That definitely was better. I got it up to C+. Getting there. I actually beat my book. I beat my book! Alright. This is me having fun playing video games. Enjoy. This is not too much unlike, give me a second. Akane. I played that game on stream. This is not too much unlike that. I didn't do a recorded version of it. It was just a live-only stream. But, yeah. It was definitely... Definitely. Very similar in a lot of ways. But this has a different development process. And this has been going on for years. The other one just came out, so not nearly as much development. But I could see them also going in this direction where they start iterating a lot. But that developer actually does have another title coming out. So yeah, let's keep trying with it. That works. Maybe it just upgrades over time. Maybe it's not. Now that I got that. Oh fuck. How did I not block all that? No, you definitely get it from... The more ricochets I get, the faster my gun upgrades. Man, not eating some shots. Oh my god! I want that version I got before where I just start fucking... Yeah! Fuck. Best score though. B-. Nice. Yeah, I think I'm finally getting how to play her properly. It's all counter-shoot mechanics. Because you gotta build her gun up. But when you do, she starts playing real nice. Real nice. Okay, so while I could play this for probably easily 5 hours without even thinking about it, I'm not going to do that. I am going to be switching over to another game very, very soon. So what I'm going to do to kind of keep this from not being too weird is I'm going to stop the stream and then I'm going to start it up again. So bear with me, because that is what I'm going to do. Alright, so before that happens, I'm just going to give you guys a be right back screen. Alright. So with that, we're gonna kill the game capture for the moment. And exit the game. I am going to briefly set up the next game. So bear with me. Steam error. Oh, okay. Definitely do bear with me here. The next title I'm going to be playing is... I'm just blitzing this. This is next title I'm going to be playing is called... Jeez, my mind. My mind is mush. Where are you? Song of Horror. It is a horror game. I don't typically play horror games. They tend to do things with the screen that make me want to puke all over myself. So it's not so much about them being scary as them maybe wanting to disorient me too much and that making me want to puke all over myself. This is a super rare thing. Again, I don't play... It's not that I don't play these games because they scare me, because they really don't, but it's just that. So I don't know how I'm going to react to this game. So please keep that in mind, that this is not something I play normally for good reason. So I'll do my best to not puke, but I might have to take a breather here and there. Alright, so I will be right back. Don't go anywhere.